Cześć, tu Sandra z Rozgadanych, a to jest Rozgadany Podcast. W tym podcaście dzielę się z Tobą moją pasją i miłością do języka angielskiego, kultury amerykańskiej, słownictwa, którym native speakerzy posługują się na co dzień, a także tajników wymowy w Amercian English. W moim podcaście znajdziesz masę przydatnych zwrotów, poznasz ciekawostki o życiu w krajach anglojęzycznych, posłuchasz wywiadów z Polakami mieszkającymi za granicą, którzy opowiedzą nam o tym, jak radzą sobie z życiem codziennym w obcym kraju, a także dowiesz się, jak wiele jest ciekawych różnic w wymowie między dźwiękami w języku polskim oraz angielskim. Ready for a fascinating adventure with English? Let's roll! Hi there, language enthusiasts! It's time for the second part of our lesson about American T. In our last episode, you learned how to pronounce the real T and flap T. Remember? Today we're going to focus on dropped T and glottal T, which, in my opinion, is the hardest of them all. But I'm sure after this lesson, you will master it. Let's go! So, we're halfway through. Let's venture into the world of the dropped T. In casual conversation, sometimes the T takes a backseat and doesn't make a sound at all. It happens especially when it's at the end of words like percent. T is usually dropped after N, like in center or internet. Americans often drop the T between two other consonants, like in the words exactly or perfectly. All right, let's practice a little. I'm going to say a word with a dropped T, and I'll give you a few seconds to repeat it after me. Let's go. Center. Plenty. 20. Internet. About. Interview. All right, now let's practice in sentences. It's almost 20 past 2. What are you talking about? I'm in the city center. Let's look it up on the internet. Did you catch that? It's like the T is playing hide and seek, a linguistic game only insiders know about. All right, it's time for the last T sound. Let's wrap things up with the glottal T. This one adds a bit of mystery to your pronunciation. Instead of the usual T sound, the T is replaced with a subtle, throaty stop. It sounds like this. Doesn't sound like T at all, right? Let's take a look at the word button, guzik. If you pronounce it with a regular true T, it will sound like this. Button. But an American native speaker is much more likely to use glottal T here and say button. Can you hear the difference? Button. To make this sound, you have to bring your vocal cords, strony głosowe, together to stop the airflow, by zatrzymać przepływ powietrza. Glottal stop often occurs when the T appears before a syllable that contains an N. Let's take a look at some other examples. Eaten, cotton, forgotten. You can also use the glottal T or the stop T at the end of contractions like can't, don't, or won't. Can you hear the difference? I can't. I won't do this. I won't do this. Congratulations, you've just mastered the 4 American T sound. The true T, the flap T, the glottal T, and the stop T, drop T. If you haven't listened to the previous episode about the true T and the flap T, they're waiting for you on Spotify, Google Podcast and YouTube. W opisie do tego odcinka znajdziesz link do pełnej transkrypcji tej lekcji, gdzie będziesz mogła znaleźć przykłady, które dzisiaj omawialiśmy. Thank you for listening. Do usłyszenia następnym razem.